So to push back against contradiction in my view that aliens are actually just extraterrestrials that are misunderstood. Um, Sometimes I uh, talk about aliens as if they came from another planet because they have filtered all human emotion through a symbol for the unknown that was put in your head, a question mark. Uh, and that's why they built the pyramids, to put the question mark in your head. Then through the unknown, you can filter all quality and low quality emotions, and which is energy that uh, um, like once energy and light exists, it can never not exist. It just transliterates. It can turn into another dimensional energy source. Like, I'm moving my hand right now, but it's to try to be expressive. It's like it goes into some kind of like gesture, and a gesture is symbology. So the energy still lives in a symbolic sense, right? The if I said the tall white aliens live on a low density atmosphere with these giant mushrooms that they feed our filtered emotions that are mulch, basically like a substrate, and it's agriculture for an extraterrestrial, but like size can be thrown off, like size and scale. There's certain drugs that can make your house appear to be tiny, and a head of cabbage can look like a hot air balloon or something. That's the Amanita muscarina, the muscimol can do that to you, your brain. But and I'm not saying that you won't recover, because entheogens are not permanent damage. It's temporary, but it's not permanent. There are harsh entheogens that are less temporary, but they're still going to reverse, and it doesn't actually damage. What the damage is like, it's not unrepairable. It's just that there are some psychedelics that you would never ever ever want to do. Maybe you don't have enough time in your lifetime to repair, and so you'll be a spaz or something for, I don't know. Their tall white aliens are smaller than like aphids, but they still balance the ecology. And the atmosphere was built by microbials, and it's supposedly 6 miles of oxygenatable, like atmosphere at the triple point of water, the triple state of water, solid, liquid, gas. And then that wouldn't actually build the ozone and stuff. Like, we wonder what like petroleum is. What is even the ozone? What's after the ozone? The Van Allen belt. What's after the Van Allen belt? We like how come we still don't know? How do we have to accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally release a radioactive coil that was sent up there to study the Van Allen belt? And they said it broke off, and since it's radioactive, it was still, because in order for them to study it, they had to look past the ozone. So it was like starting to like eat away at the ozone, like making it very thin as it drifted off. And the ozone repaired itself a little bit, but now it's like space junk. I don't know why NASA needs a radioactive coil to be able to study the Van Allen belt. That's not my pay grade. But it might not have been an accident. And you know how like Islam is like a lunar astral plane contrivance of scripture. When Shoemaker Levy took place, it's right around the same time that a Muslim journalist threw his sandal at George Herbert Walker Bush, in a press pool. And it was a symbolism. When an Islamic throws their sandal at you, or their shoe at you, it means that you're like the spittle, like you're the lowest like level of any kind of life. Like it's like you're like the lowest form of any life, like a radioactive sludge or something. And you only live for a short season too, like almost like that, like it's an anomaly, like okay. And then it left that freaking huge red mark on Jupiter, because it's the psyche. People don't like it, you're born into your society and the body politic, and you only understand it from a unique perspective. Nobody else can. Why would you want to listen to a Wahhabi tell you what it is that you mean, even if you come to find out that your leaders are squawk box or talking heads, or are telling you, or they're queuing up discussion that doesn't even exist, like they're talking to themselves, just like a deranged lunatic walking down the street talking to themselves. It's just that they have a little bit more reputability. Like we don't actually know that they are, before they go live and talk to everybody, that they're like, then we're gonna queue this up, and when we do this, we want you to bring up that, and then we're gonna talk about that as if we're responding to it fresh, like this is new. We didn't know that you were gonna ask that question. And then they call that softballs. They'd be lobbing softballs back and forth to each other. You don't think that they're talking to themselves? Just the same word that psychopathy has like captivated like the mind of a lunatic. It's like past stupid semantics. It's just like we gotta. You really think that we're coming down on staging precursors to make fentanyl, or are they just going to incorporate or move the operation or make it an X-file? And like there's no way that a government would ever stop selling opioids. Like really? Like how? That shit's gonna get sold. Like it doesn't matter how bad it is, it doesn't matter how strong it is, if there's enough to kill the entire population. It's just like they're not gonna, like, we don't actually stop trafficking. We just say like, okay, you're not able to have these boats come in because we know that even though you're the leader, you're surrounded by a bunch of thugs, and you got to make them all happy, so they need so many billions to come in. So, but we already told him to step down. If you didn't think that we meant business by stepping down, then he's got to, like, Maduro has to resist the seizure of his transports and his oil tankers and all this kind of shit. Because that's supposed to bring the money in, that's going to keep the people happy, that's going to keep them in power, because his power is, you know, all these like tin horn dictators' power is teetersome. You know, I mean, it's very cumbersome. It's very it's like it's more dangerous than, like, I guess, like, the more powerful the more hegemonic power you have, then there are some limits to the danger of being royal, like the aristocrat in that country. Like, but then, the shadow twin of a successful hegemonic power is ready to activate itself as a terror cell. Terrorism is the shadow twin of the the hegemonic strongholds. That's why acting like you're not like you're somebody else than who you really are is dangerous too, because uh, respect for authority is benevolence. Like LARPing as the authority is is just very dangerous, especially because there still remains an actual authority. Like there's actually an authority. So when they have to gatekeep the not the authority, but like the authoritative, what I mean, like they don't gatekeep. They can even sit back and wait and let you dig a deeper hole, uh, because they understand how it's being LARPed. Yeah.